Welcome back to the original box set Shadowrun podcast. Zamara has returned to the mainland to, as Black Eagle put it, go back to the source. She schedules an appointment to have her head checked, particularly around her data jack. The appointment is 9 days away, though. A lot can happen in 9 days, especially as the glitches that Zoe is experiencing are getting worse. Our GM is Max, and Zoe is played by Sarah. We hope you enjoy listening.
By the time the ferry gets close to land, you're feeling nauseous and out of touch and just really not comfortable in your own skin. But the moment within sight of Seattle and rain and the grid sensation kicking up, first thing, of course, you notice is noise level. You begin feeling more comfortable in your own skin again. You've never felt that sensation going between the island and the ferry, anything, but it's definitely a new sensation to feel. And it feels like it's all in your head. And to be specific, the back of your head. By the time you got off the ferry, you know how headaches are here, or maybe here or here. This headache was in the back, right around your data jack.
Oh man, is that the source? My source is broken. It's because I have a data jack. Can you get those things removed? Oh, that's so weird to say.
Once you're inside the city limits, the sensation of that void pulling is gone, but the headache isn't. Driving back into town is a bitch. You glitched out at one point in time and thought the light was green, but it was actually red. Whoopsie. Tried to go through it.
Good thing these things have autopilot.
Autopilots, exactly. You hit the gas and it revved up. The governor said, You're like, what's going on? Why won't you let me drive? I'm driving.
Just autopilot me back. Bye.
Yep.
That's exciting. Yeah, this is terrible.
Okay.
I guess get back to the apartment.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I guess
Kat is so excited to be back at the apartment. She runs over and immediately poops in one of her litter boxes.
Oh, good. Yeah, thanks for not doing that in the car. It's nice.
You come around the corner as you're getting that, and one of your Roombas are going in a circle. The red one. This goes in a circle. Then it stops. And for just a second, you see the little lights turn off, turn on. And the Roomba looks left and the right and then drives off towards your room. It's got its knife still attached and its balloon is still attached. And you see Blue is over there now in a corner in a circle. From corner to corner, cleaning the floor. It's doing what it's supposed to do. But Red was doing a donut, stopped, looked at you, blinked twice, and then drove away.
Did I see any other icons?
What's that?
Was there other than the Roomba icon? Was there another icon over it?
No, just the Roomba icon. But that doesn't quote for anything that might have been invisible.
Right. I'm gonna follow the Roomba for a second. I'll follow the Roomba for a second. See where it's going.
It's running along the wall now, cleaning the baseboards. Turns back around, starts coming back the other way. Acting like it's supposed to.
It was just in a circle, right?
Yeah, before. It was just driving in a circle. And then as you open the door and said, "Great, glad you didn't do that in the car," it stops, looks left, right, looks over at the cat, sees, then looks at you. Its little eyes blink, then looked left or right, and then drove into the room.
Cat, we might be getting rid of your Roombas. That's some fun stuff. That's good.
Okay.
Can I guess Matrix perceive to see if there's anything unseen?
Of course. See if there's something running silent. This is done through an opposed computer intuition versus a logic sleaze.
Six.
No, there is no other icon apartment, and your Roomba doesn't seem to have any extra icons to it as well. 6 would even have detected like some pretty top-end individuals. You know, like other hackers might have been hanging on 6 is pretty high. But doing that, accessing the matrix and everything really gave you 1 point of stun. You might want to pop some Advil or Tylenol to make that go.
Okay. I'm just going to carry around aspirin with me from now on. That's exciting. Wait, not aspirin. That'll help let me bleed out. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I'm not entirely sure what to do now.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah. It's a lot of stuff to process.
Let's take a moment and look at where your character's at. Something's going on.
Yep.
In your head.
Yep.
Headaches are originating around your data jack.
Mm-hmm.
Jacking in takes a stun of damage. An ancient spirit has told you to return to the source. You've made the assumption the source might mean your data jack.
Yep.
The sprite has told you to go back to the beginning.
Yep.
Whether or not what the sprite has said, your head fucking hurts, and you have to pop pills to make it go away when you do your job.
Yep. This is not good, especially since I just got this brand new apartment.
Yeah. If you can't do your job, you can't afford this. So whenever, and I'm just going to ask this because it's pretty easy, whenever someone's sick, what do you do?
I go to the doctor.
Okay. You got health insurance?
No. Shadowrunning doesn't come with an insurance package.
No, it doesn't.
I guess at this point I'll try to call Sunny again. Because maybe she's back by now.
It's a possibility. I mean, it's been, maybe about 2 weeks or so?
Yeah. Maybe she'll know of a discreet doctor. Just gotta find her script real quick.
Yeah. Good news, fixers can find doctors, and you also remember where, if you're looking for the crazy doctor in question, see if you're not. So I was going to say, you've been there before. You remember how to get to it.
No.
Otherwise, there's street docs.
Yeah. Okay. So since I assume Sunny's not there. Busy signal, no longer in service. Yes.
Yeah. No longer in service.
Yeah, no longer in service. Okay, so I guess get Lomax on the phone.
Ring, 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 ring. Hey! What's up, Zoe?
Sup, Lomax. Quick question. Do you know any discreet doctors that may focus on technological problems?
If my phone's broken, I'm going to call.
No, like an actual doctor.
Like the guy, like auto doctor, the one that fixes my car?
No, like a doctor that fixes data jacks.
Oh, you mean a cyber doc?
Yeah, cyber doctor.
Yeah. Let me get you a name. Hang on. It's going to cost you.
Of course.
Miss Cummings. She works a vet place down in Fort Lewis. She pulls bullets for me, as well as does some other work. She got sidelined some years ago doing cybernetic modifications to animals for the purpose of like horse racing and stuff like that down in the Cass, and he kind of ran her out of country, because jacking up horse races with cybernetics illegal.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to slot you over her number, and you owe me $250. I'm not going to guarantee she's got very good prices. She's expensive, but she does cybernetics. She can do implants as well as other things, and she's clean, discreet, has a good hospital to work from.
Excellent. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to send you to some place that's going to chop shop you up, because some of those places are pretty nasty. She's got a good, clean place, and that's important. You don't want to get like tetanus or something from going to them.
Yeah. I'll slide him over 300.
Thanks, doll.
No problem. Talk at you later.
Yeah, hey, if things are going bad for you and, you need to see a doc, do I need to be making plans to replace you? I don't mean that, say that in a bad way, but, I mean, that's my way of saying, are you okay?
No, I totally get it, man. I would tell you if there's something going on like that, just because I wouldn't want to leave you hanging.
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Yeah,
All right. Get up with Dr. Cummings.
Okay.
And talk to you later.
Bye.
All right. Dr. Cummings has a loyalty value to 1, and she has a connections of 4.
Okay. I will contact her and make an appointment.
Okay.
Appointment.
Going through the automated system, you notice it's a veterinarian office. But you also notice that in the Seattle, Fort Lewis area, that one of the options for so you set up an appointment for a pet. You just make up a pet.
Cat needs to go see
the vet. All right, fair enough. So you get instead of appointment for cat.
Yep.
Let's see. And the appointment bookie will tell you, oh man, the next appointment available is 9 days. So for the next week plus, you suffer through migraines, toxic headaches, loss of appetite. Insomnia is the best part of your fucking week. Not going to sleep, because sleeping fucking hurts. Your data jack has become sensitive to physically touch it and use it at least 1 to 2 stun at a time. Getting on the Matrix has become a pain in the ass.
Oh my god. I'll tell Kat to order like a board game or something.
Okay. Kat has become more empathetic. She's less emoticon-y. She's mostly about getting next to you, rubbing up against you, and mewing more, being vocal. She's trying to chill out with the Matrix stuff.
Aww, that's really sweet.
She even curled up on the pillow with you to sleep.
She never does that.
Yeah.
If she does, she usually steps on my face.
Which leads you to believe, because when you talk to Sitting Eagle, he's like, animals can tell when people are sick. And they can tell when you're getting worse.
Yay.
And he's going to plan to come out as soon as possible.
Okay. Ooh, can he I'll tell him that I made a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, there's always that Dr. Sunny Nose. Pretty sure his availability is always open.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
His
all
face
right.
kind of creeps me out a little bit.
All right, so we're gonna do some final little dice rolling fun. I'm gonna see what the weather's like on the day of your appointment. It says hail.
Oh, great. Okay.
That's a -6.
I'm just gonna rent another car and autopilot.
With her current level of stun, she's lost at least 1 dice, and with 6 dice lost due to the shitty weather, that's 7 dice she's lost to drive with. So the autopilot, when you rent a car, the autopilot goes, "Thank you for renting me. The inclement weather means I cannot take you anywhere. I'm sorry."
Is it the day that Sitting Eagle has come out?
The what?
Sitting Eagle said he was going to come out whenever he could.
Can't. It's hailing. He can't drive through that.
I hate life.
So how are you going to get from where you're at to Fort Lewis? You can't take an autopilot. Autopilot won't drive. You need a skilled individual to get you there.
Do. Hey, Gears.
You could also ride the bus.
I'm not riding the bus. I can't.
What?
Because if I pass out on the bus, somebody could touch me, and it's weird.
What's wrong with people on the bus? It's not like they have communicable diseases. She thinks that
this one right behind me got touched by somebody on the bus and has like an inflamed hand. Get it? Inflamed hand?
Yeah, I got it. All right. I don't know if, let's see. All right, so you're going to call Gears.
Yeah.
The only other person you know who has a car. Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring.
Hello?
Hey, Gears?
Hey, what's up?
So, I hate to ask you this, but I need a favor because I need somebody to drive me to Fort Lewis.
That's not a problem. I owe you anyways, so.
It'd be fantastic. Also, is it hailing where you are? Because it's hailing here, and it's really loud, and it's terrible, and I need to, my appointment's at 2.
Is it hailing where I am, Max?
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming down here.
Sorry to call you out in this weather.
No, it's fine.
It's real important, and...
Yeah, I'll be, where are you?
I'll slide him over my address.
The Matrix?
No, I will tell him my address.
You could have just sent it through the Matrix, but okay.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen right now. It's the Duskin Towers building, not the green one.
Okay. All right, I'm on my way.
Okay.
Will Gears be able to drive with a loss of 6 dice due to weather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even if we go real slow.
All right. The only thing I need you to do is make a dice roll to get downstairs. You taking the elevator or the staircase? And you probably shouldn't take the stairs.
Probably not. Elevator.
All right. I'm going to make it a body plus willpower check, and your level of stun right now makes you lose 1 dice. Oh wait, that's been 2 weeks. Yeah, let's do 2 dice. That's at least its temporary 6 stun, almost completely stacked up on her.
2.
All right.
2 successes.
You stumble out of the building like a champ. No, you don't. All right. Getting in and out of the building is not an issue. Meeting up with Gears is the issue. Gears, are you bringing the van or the car?
I'm bringing the van.
Okay. Van's got good stability on the roads.
I don't want to ruin the car's paint job in the hailstorm.
Oh, hell no. Yeah. Do you pick her up outside the front of the building or come into the parking garage? How are you going to pick her?
We would have planned that, I'm sure.
Probably into the parking garage because I don't want to get pummeled in the face with hail.
Right.
You know?
I'll pull into the parking garage.
Okay.
It should be like...
Ooh. Yeah, all right. I like that. What's your composure at?
Mine or hers?
Hers.
I have 8.
-2.
So 6? You want me to roll?
Oh, you can buy a success if you want.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So you're talking slowly. Your words are slurred. Your head hurts. You've taken 6 stun that's been on you. This is after doping up on aspirin. And, you've probably been awake quite a bit. The glitches are very frequent. So as the van pulls up, it jumps like 2 or 3 feet back and forth as you're walking toward it. Gears, you will notice that she stumbles toward the van, walking almost in a zombie-like trance. What do you guys want to do?
When I see her stumbling, I'll hop out and go help her. And are you okay? What's wrong?
I really need to get to this doctor.
Okay, let's go. And I'll help her into the car.
Okay. You can definitely tell she's fatigued, in pain, and she doesn't look okay. The black rings around eyes and stuff. The drive through the hail is intense. It sounds like you are inside a battle of the drums inside the actual drum. Because it's this van being down. The 45 to 50-minute drive down the 4 stretched out to almost an hour and a half because, slow traffic and whatnot. But you arrive at your appointment. Actually, Jay, go ahead and make a drive roll.
All right, 1 second. It's pilot and reaction, right?
Yes. Then don't worry about it. Can you at least buy a success?
Yeah, I can buy a success.
All right.
I have 13 dice.
Minus the 6?
Yes. Well, minus 13 minus 6 would give me 7.
So you can at least buy 1 success. So, yeah, you get there 15 minutes before your appointment.
Okay. So before we pull up to the actual thing, I'm going to kind of lean over and go, Jay, this place is not an actual doctor's office. It's going to be a vet office.
Who's Jay?
No, she does. No, that's not a mistake. She actually called Gears Jay.
Okay, I'll just ignore that part.
Yeah, sorry. Gears. We're actually going to be pulling up on a vet office and let Dr. Cummings know I am here to see her, and it's an issue of a discrete nature.
All right, 2 tests from you. Body and will, and then a composure first, and then body and will.
Okay, so the composure is minus what now? 3?
2. Minus 2.
2. Okay, 2 on composure on the 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4 on the body and will.
Okay. What'd you get on the composure?
Sorry, 2.
Okay. So you're able to formulate that whole thing to Jay, calling Gears Jay for some reason, the whole thing, and you roll with, you keep going. And so when you get out, describe how it takes, so describe the struggle it takes for you to get from a van into...
So, no. So whenever we get there, I want to stay in the van until Gears, I was about to call him Jay again, Gears lets Dr. Cummings know that it's an issue. So maybe she'll let me come through the back instead of going through the front, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Since it's of a different nature,
Okay. So, Gears, when you go in and you speak to this doctor, the doctor understands and tells you to pull around back to the horse loading stables. So then you head back out to your car or your van.
Yes, I'll go back to the van and pull into the horse loading stables.
Okay.
Okay. So from personal experience, moving, breathing, whenever you are in the thrall of a migraine, you just want to lie down, lay in a dark space. I would have brought an ice pack with me that may or may not still be cold after an hour. I am struggling to keep that pressed up against my face, against the side of my face, the front of my face. I have to lean on gears to even stand up and get through the door, and just kind of like work my way in with my eyes closed and taking like smaller steps, trying to move forward into wherever the doctor is telling us to go.
The doctor will meet you into the back area where, with the assistance of one of the other nurses, they will take you, and with Gear's assistance, the nurse's assistance, they will move you into a room. The room is bright, and the doctor talks to you, sees that there's little to no response. She immediately begins dimming the lights down, lays you out onto one of the tables, begins checking your vitals, trying to communicate with you, trying to get answers from you. It's hard. You know it's hard. You're trying to talk, but the pain is loud. At some point, you feel a sharp prick as she stuck something into you. The world begins to dissolve.
If I can, I will try to communicate for Gears to stay close. Because I want somebody familiar.
The doctor pulls her in, lays her out to the table, and sits there and says, "What's going on?" And at that point, she says to her, "Migraine, my head hurts, the data jack." And the doctor immediately puts a pad up to her and hits a go on a machine that starts reading out some information as you're laying her out onto the table. The machine pops up and says a bunch of stuff. The doctor says, "Oh, we need to sedate her. She's in a lot of pain." And immediately pricks. And as she's pricking her with the needle, Zoe calls out to you, Gears. "Gears, don't leave me."
I'll grab her hands and say, "I'll be here."
The doctor, you see Zoe does not last much longer after the pinprick from the needle. The doctor begins hooking up devices to her and then begins staring at the machine, reading it out. And you're not really sure about the jargon, but the doctor seems to pay attention and notices the data jack, looks at the back of her head, says we need to set the table up in this configuration so that she's laying to one side. And the doctor begins working, hooking up a sensitive little device to the data jack, gathering a few other things and staring at it intensely. The doctor tells you, "Are you family? Are you married?"
No, we're just long time friends.
She nods.
Can I look at AR? Do I see anything weird in AR with my goggles?
Oh, yeah, you're going to turn on your AR?
Yeah.
You see Zoe has a persona around her, that which hacker spiders and stuff like that. It seems twisted and distorted. Nearby lays a giant hammer with a pair of kissy lips on it. A crowbar. Skeleton keys dangle from a waist. You can see programs. Persona seems to be glitched, twisted in strange and odd ways. And it seems to be contorting.
The crowbars and tools, that's in the AR only?
Yes. She does not appear like she does in the real world. She appears to be ready for combat, armor on, a little bit beefier.
And this is Zoe?
Yes.
Okay. Does the doctor have any AR stuff to... Can I tell if there's any like AR equipment that the doctor might be using?
Yes. The machine that's currently hooked up to the data jack, as well as Zoe's arm, is a medical robot, or med kit. It is currently running a diagnostic program on her and trying to identify issues.
What I want to know is, would I feel like the doctor is seeing what I just saw?
No, the doctor is currently not using any AR. Although it is present, the doctor is mostly paying attention to the digital display on the machine.
I want to do a composure roll for what I see and see if I make any like gasps or something like that.
Okay.
Out of game real quick. Would he know that all those things that I have, like, would he know their programs? Okay.
Well, no, actually, I take that back. Jay, does your character have the hacking?
Do I have what?
Hacking skill.
1 second.
If he does, then the answer is yes. If he doesn't, the answer is no.
Didn't want him to be totally...
I do not have hacking.
So, although he knows what a persona is, he does not know the tools of a persona or how to easily identify. Oh, yeah, the other thing, there was a shield on her back that has a spinning hourglass on it. Okay. Did you want to do something with this knowledge that the doctor can't see AR?
I'm going to let the doctor know that. Well, I'm going to tell her what I saw in the AR.
She'll stare at you confused, and she will immediately, as she's stopped what she's doing, she'll go over and fish up a pair of AR goggles and click them on, begin looking around, and she stares at Zoe in strange contemplation. She's like, is she running a cyber terminal? We need to shut that off. Her data jack is damaged. And at this point in time, she's looking around. Do you have her terminal? Does she have a terminal that's on somewhere nearby?
Who are you asking?
If you're asking me, then I don't think I would have brought it.
Yeah, she would be asking Gears.
I have no clue.
She says, well, this is a persona. I don't understand. How has she got a persona? The sedation, we might need to get a higher dose of sedation. Sedatives. Get the stuff we used on the horses.
Horse tranquilizer party.
I got some tempo if she wants it.
Oh, man.
The doctor will make The doctor will stare at you very concernedly and say, tempo is not the right direction to go.
I'm kidding.
So she will administer. Jay, also while in AR, you notice that one of the things that Zoe's persona is doing, although it's glitching out all over the place, it seems to be generating static noise. And so it's adding a noise level to this area. And so what you're able to witness, although it's not going to have any effect to you, is that she's increasing the noise level in this general area by to about a 5 or 6 above what it is. Being in the city or location, you're probably seeing a 5 at this point. So she's jacked the noise level up to about a 10.
Okay.
She's jamming signals is what. So the doctor gives her a horse tranquilizer, and the jamming of signals dies out, and the persona disappears, and Zoe passes out. Gears, the doctor seems pretty legit. She's not done anything terribly wrong. Are you going to try to hinder her? Because she wants to move Zoe to a different facility where there's a different machine that will allow her to look at the damage of the cyberware and make a better assessment to remove the data jack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. They'll call an ambulance that she knows. You can ride with, ride along, or
I'll follow in the van.
all right. You don't stay there the entire time. Maybe you do. I don't know. But I'm just going to say it like this, and Jay, you can make a decision later. The next day, around 9 o'clock in the morning, Zamora, you don't know the time or date or anything, but you're starting to wake up. You're in a room that looks more like a hospital. You're in a bed. There's a window. It's got the little hanging down blinds that flip from side to side. It's definitely a fucking hospital. There's a medical thingy over here. You don't remember there was like dog treats on the walls and stuff. There was paintings, and this looks like a clean, legit hospital that you're waking up in the bed to. Your head feels compressed, and you can see that there are IVs in your arm. Laying nearby you in the bed, in an actual medical bed, there's one of those little button pushers for a nurse. TV, Tridio on the wall, a couple of magazines within reach.
I'm going to hit the button on the wall.
All right. Pop, pop, pop. Jay, did you attend to her going to this small off-the-way hospital at this point? Where's Gears at?
Yeah, she's going to be part of my plan to start stealing things, so I want to make sure she's okay.
All right, so you're probably in a restroom around a room around the corner. So as this takes place, a nurse will be walking into the room to wake you up, and I'll give you a cue to when you kind of walk in the room. You press the button. A couple of minutes, a woman comes walking in, and she's dressed like a nurse, legitimate. The tag on her lapel is a symbol of a hospital that you know has relations with Ares. So you're in a real hospital. She walks in, she sees you. Oh, you're awake. Good. She walks over and kind of reaches, grabs your wrist, starts taking your vitals. How do you feel?
She does that to me?
No, this is to Zoe.
I don't know right now. Where is my friend here? Where's the doctor? Like, how did I get here?
You were brought in last night, sedated from one of the smaller clinics. And she gives a nod. One of the smaller clinics. And you were transferred here because of Dr. Cummings. We assessed the situation, and your friend is in the other room sleeping. A nurse has just been sent over after the call was given, so he should be here shortly.
I'll reach back.
There's bandages all over your head right now. There's also, you feel like a tube is up there going into the back of you.
Is it gone?
The nurse says, is what gone? Oh, no. Unfortunately, the doctor didn't do any surgery to remove the inflammation, nor the data jack, but the blood has been drained to reduce on swelling.
When can I go home?
You could check out now if you really want to. I would advise against it, though, in your current condition. At this time, Gears is walking in the room.
Hey, Trooper.
Hey.
So what's going on?
And in a little bit, I'll ask the nurse when the doctor is coming and when I can kind of go over all this.
He starts shift at 11 o'clock, and that's would be the best time I would suggest.
What time is it now?
She looks at her watch. 9:10. I can get you some breakfast, both of you.
Please.
Okay. Need any pain meds? She'll definitely give you that. The doctor comes in around 11 and introduces himself as, hi, I'm Dr. Hall. He's got his clipboard. He's like, hi, I'm Dr. Hall. Looks down at the little digital pad. You came in last night with a severe sepsis to the back of the head. Your data jack had become infected and swollen with blood and inflamed tissues. We took some samples. We analyzed a blood sample, and this morning the results have come back in. We haven't done any operable changes because we don't have your permission. Seeing as we could undo what has been done, we decided to do what we could do and provide you an opportunity to be here now. I would like to let you inform you to know that your data jack is sitting on a tissue growth on the back of your head. This growth seems to be a tumor. My prognosis is it might be brain cancer. If you want to move forward, we could work toward getting it removed. Otherwise, the data jack has to go. The two are pressing against each other, and you are experiencing internal bleeding, as well as a couple of other smaller problems that we can assist with some medication.
Do I see anything in my AR? Does she look any different?
No. No, she has nothing running right now. He reaches out, he'll touch you on the hand. Right now, it doesn't seem, the tumor seems benign. But that doesn't mean this inflammation won't start back up again. What's that? We'd have to do a biopsy. And that's invasive surgery, which we need your permission to do.
What happens if we just take out the data jack?
It might relieve the stress on the tumor, and then the tumor could grow. The data jack could be the reason the tumor isn't growing.
Okay. Well, I guess biopsy then.
Okay. Well, we have some of the best neurosurgeons around. We will make sure to give you as much assistance as possible. There is a couple of issues, though. You came in through one of our smaller clinics, and for us to move forward, we're going to need some form of identification. Now, if you're sinless, and I understand, not everybody is graced with a sin. That's the name of the hospital, Sentry. Although I am more than happy to assist as much as I can, Sentry is going to require some form of payment.
How much are we looking at?
biopsy alone is going to be about
11,000?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do to bring that cost down. If, unless you have an insurance coverage that will help.
Do not.
He nods. When we didn't pick up an active sin, we were concerned.
If there's anything that you can do to get that lowered, it would be great help. But I'm sure I can figure out something.
Okay. At this point, we don't really need to have you hooked up anymore. We can go ahead and get you cleaned up. I have some medications for you that are prescription pharma available to us as just additionals at no cost. And because part of our humanitarian aid at Sentry, I'm able to write off this last night's endeavor without any question. And he'll hand you not an actual digital thing. He's handing you a piece of paper.
Right.
And when you're ready for this biopsy to be done, I would do it before you run out of prescription meds. And then he's going to write you off a bunch of pieces of paper for some meds.
Well, before he goes, can I go ahead and schedule it now?
Yes.
Then I'll just schedule it now.
Okay. And probably we'll say in a D6 worth of days.
Okay. 4 days.
4 days. Yep.
Yay!
So, as we close up gears, you take her back. This is going to be all Zamora's part here. Zamora, you get back to your apartment. Life is great without that pain. These pills help tremendously as you're waiting for those days to dull by. 1 karma for some good role playing and 1 karma for joining us for doing this. So there's that. You can turn those 2 temporary edge into karma as well. Jay, I'm going to give you an extra karma for jumping in and helping out.
Thank you.
Good. I have a tumor.
It's not a tumor.
It is a tumor.
Metagaming. Is that tumor what's giving you the ability to jack in without the thing,
It is a Koopa tumor. It's a Koopa tupa.
Yeah, that's not metagaming. I mean...
B, what's causing it? It could be pressing on the part of my brain that's some latent ability that I have.
Thanks for listening to the original box set Shadowrun podcast. Our runners will pick up where we left off next week. In the meantime, you can connect with us via Facebook or YouTube to check out actual play videos of the original box set playing Shadowrun and other tabletop RPGs. You can also swing by our website at originalboxset.com and check out our gaming calendar, additional information about our games, and images that inspire our worlds and characters. And if you're enjoying our work, please consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/originalboxset so that we can continue to bring you this podcast as well as other great actual plays and entertainment. Today's featured music is titled Epic Song from Alpha Brutal, and trust me, the whole song is pretty epic, so check it out. We'll catch you next week, chummers. And now for all this legal dreck. Original Box Set is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial 4.0 International License. You can share us, but please give us credit. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership over the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sounds, audio, video, and or any proprietary material used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. has granted permission to Original Box Set, that's us, to use such names, logos, artwork, marks, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Original Box Set in any official capacity whatsoever. Oh my goodness, that's so much. Okay, bye.